So, good morning. Come onto your backs. Think about the back of the neck being long with shoulder blades open, the sacrum resting onto the mat. And this morning is called Rewire and Reset. So we're going to be looking at literally just rinsing and repeating in terms of getting that neural mapping down in our bodies. So we're rewiring all our movement patterns basically for optimal movement. So we're going to be doing two sequences, but one of them we're going to repeat twice through so that again we really have an opportunity to get that mapping down, and then we'll sort of feed that into a final stream. So think about the back of your neck being long, shoulder blades open, sacrum resting heavily onto the mat, and just start to tune into your body this morning, tune into your breath. Feel that belly rise on your inhale, taking up space. Feel it soften on your exhale. As you breathe, think about that 360-degree expansion of the breath. The ribs move upwards, outwards, backwards towards the mat. And as you lie here this morning, I just want you to connect. Connect to the weight of your body on the mat. Connect to the touch points of your body on the mat. What feels heavy? What feels settled? Just tune into your body, noticing how it feels this morning. Notice if you're holding on to any tension or tightness. And if you are, just notice where you're holding it. And then on your next exhale, use that breath, send it around the body to those areas, moving any tension or tightness away. And then take a moment to tune into your mind this morning. Again, just observing what's coming up, passing no judgment, but just allowing it to flow. And then taking any unwanted thoughts, feelings, and emotions that are cropping up, popping them on an imaginary cloud and just letting that cloud visually float past your eyes, detaching yourself from those thoughts, giving yourself this chance to be present, to be connected on your body, on your mat, to your mind and your body before the day scoops you up. Last breath here, in and out through the nose. So we really want to think about, as we're moving through this morning's practice, again, connecting to that breath and keeping that breath in and out through your nose, okay? We're designed to breathe through our nose. This is a massive part of the reset and the rewiring, and we want to keep our breath in and out through our nose. Our mouth is our food pipe, our nose is our breathing pipe. So try to focus on that as we begin to move. Pop a block between your thighs. Think about loading through the soles of the feet, and then we're slowly going to start to pulse. Little lift and lowers into those glutes. Right hand to the sky, pull back on the right fingers, open up through that palm, open up through that forearm, spread those fingers. Spread the thumb, really breathing into the body. Focusing on your breath again, in and out through the nose, keeping it controlled. Trying to keep the breath controlled even if the body feels challenged. Okay, so using that as your anchor and just slowly pulsing, warming those glutes up. We're working to start engaging all of our big stability muscles and the muscles that we need to power us. Swap hands, left fingers pull back, push up to the ceiling. Spreading through the palm. Pushing up with the same force that you pull back. Good. Take your hands to fists, circle in those wrist joints. You're going both ways. And then we're going to do jazz hands. Big stars, tight fists, and go as fast as you can. Really pulsing, really warming up. Good. And then you're going to shake your hands off, pause at the top. Let's roll vertebrae by vertebrae with control all the way down to the mat. Okay, so again, you're not just slumping the whole body onto the mat. You're piece by piece popping it down and then piece by piece peel it all the way up again. Thinking about those thigh bones energetically moving away, and then behind the breastbone, lowering upper, middle, lower, all the way down to the back. Nice work. Grab your block. If you don't have a block, you can use a loo roll or a towel or something, or a ball. You're going to take that left thigh and pull it in towards the chest, squeezing the block, okay? Your right foot is loaded. Make sure your right foot isn't too close to your body. You don't want to be pushing your knee into the knee joint. You want to make sure you've given it enough space, and then you're going to push off the floor, squeezing that right bum cheek, loading that right bum cheek, pulling that left thigh to the chest, and we're going to lift and lower into that right glute for 10, 9, 8. Keep squeezing that left hip, okay? So you're working the left hip flexor to work the right glute, okay? Keep the breath in and out through the nose. Notice where you feel this in your body. Good. Last one, and then we're going to swap sides. So right thigh pulls to the chest. Again, notice if you struggle to hold the block, wants to fall out, you should be able to hold it. So just notice, is your pelvis tipped? Are you finding that you've got a weak hip flexor? Okay, so just observe. None of it's bad, just observe, okay? Pulsing into the left glute, squeezing that right thigh towards the chest as you lift. Nice work, guys. 2, 1, totally lost count there. Aren't you lucky? Take the block between the thighs. You're going to take your knees over your hips, okay? So you've got a bit of feedback with the block in between the thighs. Again, use a book, use something if you don't have a block. Interlace the hands behind the head, elbows frame the face. Inhale here, exhale, lift. Low belly pulls down and back. Slurp that low belly back in towards the mat as you lift up into the elbows. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lift. Again, we're mapping that body. The brain is saying, deep abdominals, come on, let's work. Touch your body if you need to. Again, communicate the brain to the body. Proprioceptive feedback. So the block's helping, touch helps. Exhale, lift. Extend the left leg, squeeze that block. Rebend the knee, inhale, come down. Exhale, lift. Right leg pushes to the ceiling. Try not to tip back in the pelvis as you lift the leg. Keep the leg, don't worry if it doesn't straighten all the way, but just make sure you keep the pelvis landed. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lift. Left leg extends. Twist to the left, small movement. Your gaze is going just past that left thigh. Good, back to center, rebend the knee, inhale, come down. Exhale, we lift. Low belly pulls down and back, right leg extends, twist to the right. Back to center, inhale, come down. Good, exhale, lift again. Left leg extends, twist to the left. Right hand pushes on the top of the left thigh. Resist the thigh pushing away as you use your abdominals to connect. Back to center, inhale, come down. Exhale, lift. Twist to the right. Right leg extends, left hand to the top of the right thigh. Try and push that thigh away. Resist it with your abdominals. Grounding down into that sacrum. Back to center, inhale, come down. Last one each side, exhale, lift. Left leg extends, twist to the left. Right hand pushes to the top of the left thigh. Stay off that left shoulder. Don't collapse. Keep the elbow tight. Back to center. Inhale, come down. Whew, this is an assault this morning. Exhale, lift. Right leg extends. Twist to the right. Left hand to the top of the right thigh. Push it away. Connect to those abdominals. Probably feel it in your hip flexors too. I certainly did. Bring your knees to your chest. Just have a little massage of that sacrum. Rock and roll. And then let's rock and roll over onto all fours. So just think as you're rocking, how smoothly can you go back? Good. Let's come straight down into dolphin. Interlace your hands on the mat, forearms down, elbows under shoulders. Make sure they're not splaying and wide. Release the neck, tuck the toes, lift the bum to the sky. Lengthen that back body, really lift up and out of the mat. You're going to walk these legs. So you're squeezing the left glute, lift the left foot, slightly more complex movement pattern. Lift the right foot, squeeze the left glute. So now at the beginning we were stabilizing, and now we're moving the leg, opposite leg as the other one is stationary. Good. So you're just walking between the two legs, squeezing the glutes, working into hip extension as you take that leg back. Good. Keep lifting up and out of the mat. Good. Keep that breath in and out through the nose. One more each side. Stabilize through those shoulders. Good. Come down, knees wide, toes touch. Take a child's pose. Lovely job, guys. Breathe into that back body. Breathe into the low body space. Big full breaths. And then when you're ready, come and stand at the top of the mat. Nice. Soft knees. Think about have your blocks nearby. Think about feet under the hips. Lengthen the spine, arms forwards and up. Reach through the fingertips, try not to flare through the middle. Hinge from the hips, bum goes back, plant the hands. Right foot steps back, lower the right knee, bring the body up. Tuck the back toe. Now, you're going to take your hands to the fronts of your shoulders, okay? So your elbows are pointing out. And I want you to imagine you've got a laser on the end of your elbow, okay? And you're going to draw a circle 3 times one way, 3 times the other way with one of your elbows. That laser, you're trying to keep that circle as smooth as possible. And then you can do 3 times one way, 3 times the other way with the opposite elbow. But imagine again that laser is on the end of the elbow. Good. Hands to the mat, step back, plank, zip up through the front line of the body, squeeze the bum, set the shoulders on the back body, watch the neck. If you need to be in half plank, be in half plank, lower the knees. Slowly lower with control towards the mat, heads of the shoulders stay lifted. Energetically pull the chest through, squeeze the bum, lengthen the back body. Elbow and fingers can be wide so you can squeeze between the shoulder blades. Breathe, good. Release, frame the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift up and back, down dog. Have a pedal of those feet. Good. Pedal the calves, maybe add in a little pelvis drop as well. So again, am I working just the calves and the pelvis, keeping it still, or am I getting the pelvis involved? Again, thinking about what you're doing with every movement. From here, right leg steps forwards, lower the left knee, bring the body up, squeeze that left bum cheek, hands to the shoulders again. This time, you're going to do a figure of 8, okay? So you're going to do an upwards, downwards figure of 8. 3 times one way, and then reverse it on one side. Bit of a brain challenge. Remember that laser is on the end of your elbow. And then 3 times the other way. Keep squeezing that left bum cheek. 3 times, reverse it. Good, a little mental challenge. We're working our premotor cortex. Good, hands to the top of the mat, back foot steps in, come up to stand. Good. Soft knees. From here, arms forwards and up, reach through the fingertips, length. Hinge from the hips, bum goes back, plant the hands. Left foot steps back, lower the left knee, bring the body up. We're going back to our figure of 8s, okay? So I want you to now do them both together, okay? So can you do figure of 8s with the elbows? Again, that laser, how accurate can you be? If you were looking at a spot on the wall, would your lasers be where that spot was trying to focus? Okay, with your figure of 8s, you go 3 one way, 3 the other way. Good. From here, come down to the mat, so hands down, you're in your quadruped. We're going to do a tricep dip, hugging those elbows in, lower the forearms towards the mat, feel it in the back of your tricep. Left arm goes forwards, right leg back, bird dog, so stabilize through the midline, okay? Pull that right shoulder on the back, release, tricep dip. Come back up, stabilize, right leg. Left leg goes away, right arm forwards. Bird dog the opposite side. Good. Back through the middle. tricep dip. To the left side, left arm forwards, right leg back, stabilize, watch the neck, nice work guys. Bring it down, tricep dip. Right arm forwards, stabilize the left shoulder, good. We're just going to keep repeating this, left to right. Hug the elbows, tricep dip. Left arm, right leg, suction that shoulder blade on the back body, slurp into the abdominals through the middle. I think we're on 6, maybe we're on 5. Right arm forwards, left leg back. If you want the extra challenge, hover that landed leg as you go through the middle, but just make sure you've got the control, okay? You're better off to do a really strong bird dog than start fannying around with lifting a foot if you're all over the place, okay? Good. Left hand down, tricep dip, right arm forwards, left leg back, hover the right foot, optional, but keep that leg long, okay? Be really stable through the midline. Hand down, tricep dip. Left arm reaches, right leg back. Good, we're just mapping this over and over. Come through the middle, tricep dip, bird dog, right arm forwards, left leg back, stabilize, slurp into the abdominals, options to hover the foot. I'm wobbling. Last 2, I think, left arm forwards, right leg back, hover the left foot, options, pull into the midline, try not to shift your weight, tricep dip, right arm forwards, left leg back, good. Slurp into the midline, good. Come down, then from here, you're going to take your right forearm to the mat, so it's in line, the elbow is in line with the left hand, and you're going to take your left leg back and slightly rotate it outwards, okay? So the left leg's going back, and then you're rotating the hip outwards, or the leg. So you're in an external rotation, okay? In a one-arm balance. You're going to pop that knee down and take it out again. Pop the knee down, stabilize the pelvis, kick the left leg back out again. Diagonally kicking it out, squeezing that glute, rotating the hip in the pelvis, in the hip joint, as you extend it back. Good. Bring it down, kick it out. Bring it down, kick it out. So you're opening the pelvis, closing the pelvis. Opening, closing. Good. Keep stabilizing. You should be feeling this through your shoulders, through your upper arms. Really think about the neck. Don't let it drop. Let's do 2 more. Kick it back. Open, close the pelvis. Kick the leg back, open, bring the knee down, close the pelvis. Good. Hands to the mat, lift up and back, down dog. Have a little pedal of those calves. Left leg goes long, left heel to bum, circle 3 times in that left hip joint one way, 3 times the other way. Good. And then you're going to take that left foot forwards, lower the back knee, bring the body up, right hand behind the head, left hand behind the sacrum. Draw the body back into those hands, okay? Giving yourself feedback, remapping where you want your neutral posture to be. Squeeze that right bum cheek, pull the body back into those hands. Good, hands to the top of the mat, back foot steps in, come up to stand. Let's do the other side. Good, soft knees, arms forwards and up. Reach through the fingertips, hinge from the hips, bum goes back, plant the hands, right foot steps back. Lower the right knee. We come to our lasers again. Hands on the fronts of the shoulders. Our elbows are pointing out, lasers. And then you're going to do your figure of 8. Okay, going 3 times one way and then 3 times the other way. How accurate can you be? Do you find this challenging? Can you do one going, they're both sort of going in opposite directions. Good. Then from here, back down to the mat, hands to the mat. We're going back to our bird dog and our tricep dips. So tricep dip, right arm forwards, left leg back, stabilize, pull to the midline, come through the middle, tricep dip. Left arm extends, right leg back, hover the option to hover the left foot, through the middle, tricep dip. Right arm, left leg. Notice as you move through this and you keep doing it, does your connection get better? Do you feel like you've got more stability in your pose? Tricep dip. Opposite side bird dog. Good. Through the middle. Tricep dip. Left arm forwards, right leg back. Hover the left foot if you want. Stabilize that right shoulder. Tricep dip. Extend. We're going to be doing a lot of these, so you're going to get some hot triceps, and hopefully the midline's going to feel quite spicy too. Good. Keep going. Right arm forwards, left leg back. Squeeze that butt cheek. With every iteration, think about your neck, your shoulder, your abdominals, your bum, what's working, what's not. Make sure it's all firing. Good. Tricep dip, last one, left arm forwards, right leg back. Good. And then from here, we're going to come to our wonky kick again. So left forearm down, right hand is in line with the left elbow. Kick that right leg back, rotate it so the hip is externally rotating, and then you're going to put the knee down, close the pelvis off, kick the right leg back in rotation. Good, bring it back, watch the neck, kick it out, close the pelvis to neutral, kick the leg back, you're opening the pelvis to the right. Really nice, guys. Stabilizing through this right shoulder, right tricep, sorry, good. You're loading onto the left forearm, but keep that left shoulder in place and keep suctioning it down the back. Watch the neck, slurp into the midline. Try not to put all your weight onto the left side. Keep it even. Good, let's do 2 more. Good. Last one. Nice work. Hands to the mat, lift up and back, down dog. Have a pedal of those calves. Right heel to bum, circle 3 times in that hip joint. Again, juicing it up. Are you working into the whole hip joint or are you missing half the hip joint, okay? Think about that circle. How juicy is that circle? Good. And then from here, right foot steps forwards, lower the back knee, bring the body up. You're in your 90-90. Left hand to the back of the head, right hand to the base of the sacrum. You're pulling the belly in towards the base of the hand at the sacrum, the head back into the hand behind the head, okay? Lengthen the spine. Are you in your neutral posture? This will set you up beautifully for the day ahead. Good, squeeze that left bum cheek, hands to the top of the mat, back foot steps in, lengthen the spine, come up to stand. Nice work, guys. Let's move on to the next sequence. We're going to be doing the same thing, but we're going to add on just a tiny bit at the end. So we're really getting those patterns drilled into the body. Soft knees, arms forwards and up. Reach through the fingertips, hinge from the hips, bum goes back, plant the hands, left foot steps back, lower the left knee. Bring the body up, hands to the fronts of the elbows. If you want, can you do one going up, one going down? Okay, challenge yourself. What can you do with your lasers? What can you do with your brain? Okay, and then go in the opposite directions. It's hard, okay? But it's amazing training our brain, okay? You're going together and then can you separate them out? Good. Nice, hands to the mat. We're going back to our bird dog. Tricep dip, left arm reaches, right leg back, hover the left foot should you want. Again, does this just now feel super easy? Because the body's like, oh, I know what's going, I know what to switch on. Left leg back, right arm forwards, through the middle, tricep dip. Swap again. Keep pulling into the midline. Nice work, guys. Good. Breathe. Keep the breath. Where's your breath? Is it in your mouth? Is it in your nose? Okay? I know it sounds mad to keep telling you to breathe, but I want to keep bringing your focus back to your breath. Is it in and out through the nose? Good. Keep reaching. Opposite hand, opposite foot, extending through the whole back line. Good. Nice work. Hopefully we're building heat as we dip, extend, dip, extend. Nice work, guys. Last one, dip, extend, and then hands to the mat. Right forearm comes down, left hand in line with the right elbow, left leg kicks back. It's like a donkey kick. Bring it back in, kick it out. Bring it back in, kick it out. If you want, as you bring your knee in, you can keep it hovered. Good, kick out, close the pelvis. Bring it back in, good. 5, keep slurping the shoulders on the back body, working into that left tricep. Good job, guys. Whew. Keep breathing. 2, 1, nice work. Hands to the mat, lift up and back evenly. Down dog, have a little pedal. Left leg goes long, left heel to bum. Circle 3 times in that left hip joint one way, and then 3 times the other way. Keep it controlled. Good. Step the left foot forwards, lower the back knee, bring the body up. Right hand to the back of the head, left hand to the base of the spine. Pull the head back into that hand. Are you long through the back body? Okay? Good. Slapping the belly. We don't want to be arching in the middle. Everything's pulling backwards. Good. Hands to the mat. Lift the right knee. Rotate to the right of the mat. Side lunge. Drive into that inner foot. Okay? You're hinging backwards, getting into that inner thigh. Again, moving side to side. Such an important movement. So often gets neglected. We spend our whole lives walking forwards and backwards. So let's get that really fluid hip hinge. Map that hip hinge and then map the movement left to right. Lovely work, guys. From here, you're going to keep rotating through the back of the mat. Come to the opposite side so you can come to your seated twist. Okay? Really nice hip opener, lengthen the spine. Let's roll those shoulders. Juicy shoulder rolls. Good job, guys. Really lift each shoulder back and pull it back. Okay? Map the movement. Okay? Your shoulder blade is moving forwards, upwards, downwards, back. Good. And then from here, we're going to unwind all the way to the top of the mat, keeping it low. Back foot steps in, come up to stand, and we're going to do that again. We're keeping it slow, we're keeping it controlled. We're keeping the brain connecting, okay? If you do stuff fast, you're much more likely to kind of miss what's going on. Soft knees, arms forwards and up, hinge from the hips, bum goes back, plant the hands, right foot steps back, lower the right knee, back to our figure of eights. Again, can you do one going up as one comes down? So start one laser at the top, one at the bottom, and it's hard, okay? It's really hard. One's going up, meeting through the middle. It's a bit like rubbing your head and patting your tummy, or, you know, doing one arm forwards, one arm back, okay? But can you then swap directions? So you're not only going up and down oppositely, but one's going one way and the other's going the other way. Good. Really good brain challenge. Nice work, guys. Hands to the mat. We're coming back to our tricep dips and our bird dog. Hopefully this is just feeling super rinse and repeat. Right arm forwards, left leg back. Squeeze that bum cheek. Through the middle, tricep dip. Keep the form, okay? Keep hugging those elbows in. Don't just race through it because you know what you're doing. With every iteration, can you make it better? What can you improve on? Okay? Think about that rewiring. Think about that resetting. Good. Stabilize. Shoulders, neck, midline. Options to hover the foot. Nice work. Keep those elbows hugging down the side of the body. They're not going wide. They're hugging down. Super easy to take the elbows wide, but it's much harder to take them back. Good. Work into those triceps. Nice work, guys. Lovely job. Nice. Let's do one more. Right arm forwards, left leg back. Good. And then left forearm comes down. Right hand is in line with the left elbow. Right leg's kicking back. Bring it back in. Open and close. We're working the hip joint here. We're flexing, we're extending, and we're externally rotating. Okay? Close the hip. Open it. Good. Kick that leg out. Notice the work in the triceps, the shoulders. Keep drawing the neck back in space. Good job, guys. Keep it controlled. Kick. Bring it back in. You're not really kicking hard. You're just keeping it fluid. Out and in. Out and in. Stabilizing the opposite glute. Nice work. From here, come down. Hands to the mat. Lift up and back. Down dog. Have a little pedal of those calves. Right heel to the bum. We're going to do that 3 circles one way in the hip joint, and then 3 circles the other way. Keep it controlled. How big can you make that juicy circle for your hips? Good. Right foot steps forwards, lower the back knee, bring the body up. We're rinsing and repeating. Left hand behind the head, right hand to the base of the sacrum, stabilize. Pull everything back. Feel the head pushing to the hands. Feel the abdominals slapping towards the spine as it pulls back, in towards the sacrum. Keep the body level. Squeeze that bum cheek. Good. From here, hands to the mat. Lift the left knee. Side lunge to the left. Sit back into those glutes. Length in the spine. Let's map that beautiful hip hinge and side lunge. Okay? If you want to take your arms out wide, you can. If you want them on the floor, keep setting those shoulders on the back body. You're getting into that inner thigh. Nice work, guys. Good. And then from here, keep twisting through the back of the mat. Keep twisting to the opposite side of the mat. Seated twist. The knees are stacked. Make sure your seat bones are down. If you're struggling to get your seat bones down, sit on a block. Give yourself some height. If that feels really uncomfortable, can kick that lower leg out and just have a seated twist, okay? Otherwise, let's roll those juicy shoulders again. Breathe in and out through the nose. Good. Keep that connection. Keep the connection, brain and body. What's going on? What am I trying to do here? Good. Rotate through the back of the mat, all the way round to the top of the mat. Stay low. Back foot steps in. Come up to stand. Nice work, guys. We're going to go on to our stream, okay?